And I know that people are like, nobody's gonna tell me what my children are gonna do, but we do. We look after you and your children, and we are old school. Hey, aren't you so-and-so's kid? Yeah, what are you doing over here? Does your mom know where you are? We are that community.
Hey, welcome to another episode of Living Life in North Idaho. Last week I did a video called Living in Sandpoint, Everything You Need to Know Updated for 2025. If you haven't seen that video, make sure you click on this link here and go watch that first. Now, I wanted to do this second video because as a local of Coeur d'Alene, I've never lived in Sandpoint. So there's only so much information that I can provide. And I always try to be honest, but the best way to give you an inside look of what it's really like living in an area, I try to do an interview with a native, local, and a business owner. Because obviously a lot of people are coming there, they're trying to figure out, if you don't already have all the money piled up, how are you gonna make a living? So I wanna give a really good perspective, an honest perspective of what life is like there. We get into some really serious topics, and no, not all of it is a promotion of Sandpoint. There are serious issues like you have anywhere you go. So make sure you watch the entire video and leave a comment in the comments section if there's something that we didn't cover and you'd like more information on. And as always, if you are serious about getting moved to Idaho, or you just need more information about what it's like living here, reach out to us at the phone number or email address listed below. Day, nights, weekends, it does not matter. That's why we're here. That's why we do these videos, because we want people to really know what it's like living here before they get moved here. So enough of that, let's get to the interview. So hi, thank you for doing this interview with us.
You're welcome.
And your name is Marcia?
Marcia.
What's your last name?
Odelliette.
Odelliette. And you are the owner?
I am the owner.
What's the name of the store?
Northwest Handmade Furniture Gallery and more, but we call it Northwest Handmade for short.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So how long have you lived in Sandpoint?
I've lived in Sandpoint basically my whole life, and I have roots and a foundation here that make me want to make Sandpoint a great place.
Awesome. What is the best part of living in Sandpoint?
The environment. The environment.
Just the
like the
scenery
mountains,
and
the natural purity of this town.
Yeah. What's the hardest part of living in Sandpoint?
Adjusting to changes.
What would you say, the growth?
The growth, yeah, and making sure that we have the infrastructure to withstand it.
Yeah.
And how it affects all of us who have been here for generations.
Yeah. What are the outsiders moving here like?
Most of them, it's a celebration because they've made it. They made it, and we celebrate that they made it here from somewhere they no longer wanted to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they, would you say that they're like-minded people, that they're wanting?
I think for the most part, yeah. Yep, they are. But it's only natural for some people to fall back into a comfort zone of norm.
Yeah.
For them. And then we just need to have a conversation about that.
I've always heard pretty good things about the local politicians, the city council, the mayor. It seems like they're doing a pretty good job of maintaining the spirit of Sandpoint. Would you agree?
I think it's a struggle. Yeah. I think it's a continuous struggle, and I don't think it really matters who's in office. It's a struggle.
Yeah.
And there are many people that are here, who have been here, who are coming here, and they all have their own personal views. And trying to get on the same page for that, for anybody in a political standpoint, I think is a struggle. For the most part, yeah.
Yeah. Well, how has it been? You've been a business owner for 3 decades?
Yes, I have had other businesses and do still have other businesses in this town.
Okay.
And this one I have taken over from a family who wanted to keep this particular facility family oriented, and I was chosen for that. And I've had this place for 3 years.
How is it being a business owner in such a small town?
Oh my gosh, that same word that comes up, it's a struggle. Yeah. You have seasons, and some seasons are better than others. And trying to make it and prepare for those seasons that aren't as abundant, it just gives you the opportunity to imagine and make new things happen. It really does push you to do something different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to be able to adapt.
You do.
I think that's true for anywhere you live in North Idaho.
Yeah, adapt is a good word.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a really good word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's important because struggle is such a negative word in
It
most
is.
people's minds, but I
Yeah.
think Idahoans understand that struggle is what makes you strong.
It does, and it also is what makes you successful.
Yes.
And I think I'm really glad that you said that, because something that isn't there for us, I believe it is more of a protection, and something that we're given is like a direction. And if we can come up with that way to make it work, that door will open. And if it's not supposed to, then that door will close. And we need to do that as business owners and as people, and finding new ways to bring people in and to enjoy the time that they're having when they're with us. It's important. It's important for our next generation, that just because it doesn't work, this is where our character and our integrity are built on, and this is what we stand for, and we need to continue to just stand strong.
Yeah.
That's what I believe.
What do you think's the hardest part for someone who's born here and goes through their youth and has to try to make a life here? What do you think the hardest part is?
Knowing that they have to move away and get an education and do something completely different in order to come back and actually make it. That's the hard part. And there's families that are no longer sticking it out and staying together and working towards one another. We are encouraging our children to leave. If you want to come back here and have a life and raise your children, you're going to have to go and make it somewhere else in order to make it here. Because what's coming here is pushing our children away.
Yeah.
And the only way to look at that is to get them set up for success.
Yeah.
And it's probably not going to be at home.
Yeah. Is that one thing that is a hope with the growth, that one day the kids don't have to leave and they can just build something here and make it work?
I think so. I think that's always been the hope, but the reality is what I just said. The opportunities here are not the same as they are somewhere else. And I may have a family-owned and operated business, but my dream is for them to be here, but in reality, they're not going to want to do everything that mom wants. That's the same thing that's happening with our farms. They're being sold off because the children don't want them, and those fields are being developed into homes.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is.
It's part of life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you seem like a super smart, capable person. Why?
Of course.
Why did you? And not just because you chose to do this interview.
Right.
But why did you choose to stay here?
I didn't. I mean, I did, but I didn't. I went away and I got an education.
Or I guess come back.
And I did other things, because this is where my home and my family is. This is where my roots are, and there is no other place like it. There's the mountains, and we're avid outdoors people. I love everything about this area. Everything.
Everything?
Everything.
All of it?
Well, most of it.
What do you not like?
I
Don't name names.
I don't like having to constantly worry about moving with the different changes at the speed that it is. It would be kind of nice if I could say, okay, you know what, when this happens, this is what we're going to do, and be able to try it out. And right now we don't have that. It's growing so fast. And we're doing everything we can as a community to get together and say, okay, something's got to give, because what we were doing last year isn't working this year. So how can we prepare for next year?
Yeah.
And it's really just like that. And it didn't used to be just like that. We've had stoplights up, we've had them taken down. We've had them moved, we've had our streets go one way round and round. Now we have, this street's going two ways. And I will, at the end of the day, I've been working so long and I'm tired, and I'm still taking the route that I used to 30 years ago and go, oh wait, I can't turn this way anymore. Oh my gosh, that's the wrong street now. And it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
It's like moving to a new place all the time, even though you're staying right where you're at.
I'm staying right here, yeah. And I guess it's hard seeing places that I walked into as a little girl holding my mom's hand, leaving because they can no longer keep up with what is happening to Sandpoint. And another hard thing is having someone who can financially come in and buy your building and triple the rent. And you're having to make a decision on whether you're selling your house and everything in it in order to stay in business, or just closing your doors and hoping that the next person can actually move forward with it. That's one thing I don't like.
What would you recommend for someone who's moving here to be able to have the best experience and improve the community?
Know that you're not moving to Mayberry. Crime happens. We're a border state, so prepare. I think people think that they no longer need to lock their doors, and they no longer need to make sure that they know where their children are going and what they're doing. So it's like, don't come here thinking it's Mayberry. Be prepared. And if you have income from somewhere else, make sure you're stocked up, because there are expenses that are going to come in that are going to be different. And be good to the community that you're moving in, because they're the ones that are going to help you take care of you and help you raise your children. And I know that people are like, nobody's going to tell me what my children are going to do, but we do. We look after you and your children, and we are old school. Hey, aren't you so-and-so's kid? Yeah, what are you doing over here? Does your mom know where you are? We are that community. We are. And there are people that will call and thank us, and then there are people that will call and say, did you call my son out for such and such? Absolutely, I did. I think we should have coffee. So there's that, because there's people that are coming in from a city where you don't talk to your neighbors. You don't have relationships.
Yeah.
Here you have relationships. And be willing to be open to build on those relationships, because we will help you, we will celebrate you, and you're going to be hanging out with my children, so you got to be good.
You know, I think you bring up a really good point, because a lot of people, they like the word community. They like the idea of community. It's kind of like family, right? When you always love the idea of family if you don't have one, but then when you're in one, it's like, oh, there's some discomfort here. There's some struggle. There's that word again, right?
Yeah.
But I think that that's what makes a community good, is that you have to deal with the bad and the good. But when people move here, they need to understand you are not on permanent vacation. People live here. This is our community. This is our homes. This is our generational living that we've grown up. We've watched our families die and newborns come in, and to respect that and just appreciate. And if you want that, if you don't want to have it be the place you just left, this is what it takes. Is you have to sometimes have uncomfortable conversations. In terms of your favorite thing to do here in Sandpoint, what would that be?
It would have to be anything outdoors.
Yeah.
I mean, I even in the summer, in the back, we blow up all of our paddle boards. And sometimes I work late. The light is still out, so I work later. But my children will meet me after work several times a week, and we just drop in and we go paddle boarding. Having the ability to just have it all right here, or getting picked up at one of the other businesses from my children and saying, hey, we're going swimming at 10 o'clock at night. It is right there. You have nowhere, you don't have like this long trip that you need to make to pack snacks, but then, you know, you have your mountains just right out the back door. There's trails. I love that. It's the, what is that? Easy access.
Yes.
The access to nature. Yeah.
What's your greatest hope for Sandpoint moving into the future?
Oh man, that it stays as pure as it possibly can with the growth. I think that it has the potential of doing that if you have the people that are willing to work for that. And I know that we need to beautify it and meet the infrastructure from all the tourists, but at the same time, please value it. If everybody can value it the way we do as our families and our families' families, that they too will try to protect it. Just if it's protected, if it can stay as cute and sweet as it has in the past, I think it will continue to provide for those who come, basically. I think, and just don't abuse it.
I always try to encourage people, get here and start living life. Stop trying to survive. You don't need to fix everything. Take a breather.
Right.
Go get in the lake in the wintertime. It will wake you up.
Yeah, it does. And we have plunges all the time.
Yeah.
Those are fun.
Yeah.
Plunges are fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Started doing it 2020. was the first time I did it and changed my life, and I've
Really?
done it. Yeah, I now have one in my garage. I've got a sauna and
Yeah.
do it all the time. I do the
Okay.
Wim Hof breath work. I'm a total hippie now. It's
Oh, yeah.
crazy.
Not everybody here's a hippie, but yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
get it.
and it's not like I wear deodorant. It's just discipline, right? It's more of like
Yes.
I refer to it as warrior monk,
Yeah.
right? It's like I embrace discomfort so that I can be comfortable during just uncomfortable times.
That's a great way to put it.
It's a lot of
It
ways
really
of
is.
saying comfort, but yes, it's
It is. That is a really good way to put it.
Yeah.
Not everybody's going to do things like that, but
No.
I think it's really good to take care of you and your personal health.
Yeah.
But at the same time, another view. I mean, just know that not everybody's going to do that.
Oh, no.
You got to be open to that.
Oh, I never.
Yeah.
I'll invite people, but I'm
Yes.
like, I didn't do it until I was like 35 years old. I'm not going to tell people they should go
Right?
do this. You know?
There's so many good benefits for it.
Yeah, Marcia, thank you so much.
Oh,
I
you're
really,
welcome.
really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for talking with me today.
Absolutely.
So what did you guys think? Did I do a good job in this interview? Did I ask the right questions? And did we cover enough topics for you to really have a good understanding of what life in Sandpoint would be like, and if this is a place that you could see yourself moving to? If not, leave a comment in the comment section, or if you think I did a good job, I like those comments as well. Again, if you are serious about getting moved to Idaho, reach out to me and my team at the phone number or email address listed below, day, nights, weekends. Thank you so much for watching these videos, and I will see you on the next one.